Welcome to another episode of You Know Ball, baby. Brought to you by the Run the Play Network. Today, me and Philly Phil are going to be building our 82-0 teams. All right, with starting five, bench five, the best. Yeah, I know I confused you there for a second, but we're building an 82-0. You know, for the title. You know, for the clickbait. You know,
like this team could go 82-0.
Yeah, 82-0 teams with the best starting five and the best bench five we possibly could put together. Mm-hmm. How difficult was this for you? Was it difficult?
Honestly, starting five, no. Bench five, yes. Oh my gosh.
100%.
What was the hardest position for you to find for the bench five?
For the bench five, a two guard. There's a lot of good wings, a lot of good two guards too. Mm-hmm. But I went interesting. We'll talk about it when we get there. Let's start with the starters, okay?
Yeah.
We could walk those down really quick.
Pretty much.
My point guard, I put Shea.
Point guard, I put Shea too.
My honorable mention guys was Trey, and then I just moved Shea to the 2.
Oh, okay.
But my shooting guard, this might surprise you. I went with Ant.
I went with Ant too.
Okay. It might surprise you for me to put him there because I guess I'm an Ant hater, but
nah, it's all good.
My honorable mention is Luka. I think just off of this season, Ant has been better this year. Mm-hmm. My small forward, this position was actually tough. Like, there was names. There's Bron, KD, but I went with Tatum.
I actually had Tatum listed as a power forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who'd you go with that small forward?
At small forward, I went LeBron James.
Did Tatum not play power forward? Small forward at all this year?
No, because I think it's because like he plays the 4, KP plays the 5, and then Jaylen Brown plays the 3.
I need some minutes though. I think he's played minutes at small forward. Yeah, he's played 43% of his minutes at small forward.
Oh, okay.
48 at power forward and 9 at shooting guard. Interesting. But yeah, I got Tatum. Sorry, who was your 3?
3, mine was LeBron James.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I had to put my power forward on the list because I think he's one of the best in the world. But I think, honestly, this is where I get the first advantage because I'm putting Giannis here and you're putting Tatum there, right?
Oh, no, I didn't put Tatum there. I had him listed as a power forward, like a runner-up for Giannis, but I have Giannis at the 4.
Okay, I thought you had Tatum starting too. Okay, so now, I feel like, and then Jokic at the 5.
Oh, 1,000%, bro. 30, 12, and 10 with 2 steals a game, shooting 58, 45, 82.
He's a dog.
I'm not going to pick that.
But let's get into it. I want to get into it here.
All right.
Are you taking Tatum over LeBron, or is that just like you didn't know the positions thing?
All right. So, I know everybody loves LeBron. I know he's a Laker. But I got to go with Tatum.
Okay.
Because this team with SGA, Anthony Edwards, Tatum, Giannis, and Jokic together.
That's my team.
Woo. That's tough. But, I mean, I saw him listed as a power forward, and I saw it mainly as him as power forward, so I went him as the runner-up for Giannis, and then I had LeBron as the small forward.
Hey, you told me if they got minutes at a position, they can play that position.
No, that's perfect.
I put Tatum there, and that kind of gives me the first advantage in this game. I'm up. My team, roster-wise, has more of a chance to go 82-0 than yours.
Yeah. Unless LeBron comes out and does something to Tatum.
Nah, that ain't
his foot out, Zaza Pachulia.
Hell nah, boy. But no, honestly, like Bron and KD, I feel like are close. I feel like I just go with Tatum, honestly, because he's younger, so it's a little easier to be like Bron's old, KD's older, like. Because I think KD should be in these conversations too with these 3. KD has been balling this year.
That is low-key interesting, but I guess I just like Giannis and Tatum a little bit more than KD.
Yeah, I mean it's fair, but KD just this season, like 27, 6, and 4, bro. Like that's very similar to what Tatum's doing. Tatum's probably a better defender, but KD's much more efficient. Almost shooting 50, 40, 90 again. Just got to bump that free throw percentage up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think KD should be in real conversations. I wanted to put Trey. I think Trey fit-wise, like
Trae Young?
Yeah.
That would have been nuts.
I think if I had Trey and you had LeBron, then I feel like that would be a little bit more interesting of a conversation for the teams. But our teams are like damn near the same right now.
Pretty much.
Let's go to our bench, but before we go to our bench, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Boom Fantasy.
Man, okay, LeBron in my parlay. Let's get it.
Oh shit, he hit it.
Yeah, bro. Look at this.
I won $200. I tailed your parlay.
How the heck did you win $200?
I used Boom Fantasy. I used their pick and spin, spun the wheel, got 10 times my money.
Bro, you gotta hook me up.
If you use code RTP, you could get a risk-free bet up to $100. Let's get back to the video.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting, Phil. This is definitely where it gets interesting. Okay, bench point guard, right?
Oh, this was hard.
Did you go with the 6th man of the year this season or no?
6th man of the year.
The odds favorite, at least, Peyton Pritchard. Is that your point guard?
I was thinking about him.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about, but there's two guys I like more than him.
There's 2 guys. I mean, there's one guy I like more than him too. So
Yeah.
I didn't go with him either because I think Peyton Pritchard would have made more sense if I'm having him play off the ball.
Yeah.
But because the way I structured my bench, I needed a point guard. So I went with Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson's my point guard.
Okay.
I just think Scoot Henderson, whenever I watch him, impacts the game in the little ways. His numbers don't really back up his effectiveness on the court, but he's always plus 20, plus 30, plus 10. Like, he's just putting in that work.
Yeah.
And I think whenever they feel like he's ready to be a starting point guard, he's going to make he's got, star potential. I'm not going to say superstar or, all NBA potential, but definitely in that, second, third tier, maybe a second best or third best player on a good team type of vibe I see with him.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I low-key like that. I did not actually have him as one of my 2 options over Peyton Pritchard, but I still like him. He's been playing really good. The Portland Trail Blazers, especially since they're gonna whoop our butts today, it's gonna be that was a good pickup.
Okay.
But my runner-up for that backup point guard spot, just to shine some light on him, was Stephon Castle because he's been playing really good as a bench player coming off, controlling the flow. He's been scoring a lot of points, but the guy I really want to be my backup for SGA, and this is gonna be funny to you because this low-key gonna make me sound like an OKC fan. I got Kaysen
Wallace. I thought about him too.
I got Kaysen Wallace.
I thought about him too. He's an impact guy as well.
I just love his defense. I love that he can shoot the 3-ball really efficiently, and I think he's a strong player too. Sometimes I see him guarding big small forwards, and he actually bothers them. So I'm I want a guy like that on my team, man.
He's a nuisance. I really like him. I like him for our team. I had Caruso on here, and I took him off too. This is an interesting question, though, okay? And I want you to be completely honest here, okay?
Got you.
Who are you taking? And this has nothing to do with our 82-0 team, but Scoot Henderson or Stephon Castle?
Scoot Henderson and Stephon Castle.
If you're building for the future, right? And let me give you some context behind this.
Got you.
Feel like, and I might be wrong, but I feel like they're the same age. I think Scoot Henderson was really young when he got drafted. But I'm going to double check on that.
Thinking about it, I'm gonna try to break it down.
Stephon Castle's 20. Scoot Henderson's 21. Scoot Henderson was the number 3 pick. Castle was number 4. Different draft classes, obviously. I think they do things very differently. So I feel like it's a very interesting conversation to have.
Honestly, with me, and this doesn't mean both of them are bad at all. It's just that
I want neither.
neither, but. I actually want to go with Stephon Castle only because of his height and weight.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's a little bit more, it's just more interesting to me.
Yeah.
I'm not
It raises his ceiling for sure.
Yeah. I feel like big guards on the new wave and 6'6", 215 pounds. Got to go with it.
They play similar minutes per game. I'm trying to see, is this both his seasons or no? This is both his seasons. Okay, so Stephon Castle averages 13 points per game between his 2 seasons. Castle averages 13 points per game. Stephon Castle averages 3 rebounds per game. Scoot averages 3 rebounds per game. Scoot averages 5 assists per game. Castle averages 3.5.
Yep.
Steals are the same. Blocks doesn't really matter. They're really close. Castle actually is shooting better than Scoot, but Castle's shooting less than 30% from 3. Scoot's pretty much shooting 35. Free throw percentage-wise, 80% for Scoot, 73 for Castle. I feel like if you just look at the numbers, it's Scoot. But obviously, that ain't me. That ain't the full story. I would still take Scoot because I feel like I've seen him impact games more, but Castle's obviously a rookie. And I also think Scoot's a better defender.
No, I feel you.
I like his defense better.
I feel like Castle will get better over time.
I think so too. I think like you said, if I were to bet on one of them to be an all-star, I'd probably bet on Castle. But if I think one of them is going to be like a perennial starter for like 10, 15 years, I'd probably bet on Scoot. Because Castle's like very, I think, either he's going to be very good or very like mediocre. You know?
I need Carlton Carrington to step up.
And also the Spurs haven't done a great job developing players over the years. Other than like Sohan, like Wemby was what he was. But then you look at like Josh Primo, Malachi Branham. There was another dude they took pretty recently that kind of fizzled out of the league.
You talking about Ingram? Harrison Ingram?
No. Spurs draft picks is what I'm trying to look up. They've done a good job with Champagne, actually.
He's done a really good job. Both of them. Both of the twins.
Yeah. Let me see. Who am I thinking about? Blake Wesley. Blake Wesley, they didn't do a great job.
About him.
Vassell, they did a decent job, but Vassell, we kind of knew what he was.
Yeah.
Trey Jones, we knew what he was. Keldon, they did a good job developing, so I guess it's kind of hit or miss. But I guess in the last, 5 years, between Primo, Branham, Wesley, they didn't really develop nobody.
Keldon Johnson is going to be a sleeper pickup for a team this year in free agency. I think he is.
Yeah, I think so, too. He's going
to be a sleeper pickup.
He just, I feel like, could go to the wrong spot and not do anything. I feel like his game is kind of weird, which I like, but I think you would need a good coach for him to work out.
I can see, and this is a hint for the Lakers, I can see him being a Bruce Brown type of player for contending teams.
I think better because he could, I feel like he has a more well-rounded offensive game.
Yeah.
He could score. He could put the ball in the basket for sure.
So, hint to the stinking Lakers. No. Bruce Brown type of player.
Nah, y'all don't got it like that. Y'all can rock with Rui.
Hopefully, bro.
At my 2 guard, this is where I had Jordan Clarkson. I feel like, sure, he's not the most fun name or entertaining name that I could have mentioned, but he's definitely the safest option for a shooting guard. And as we build my team, my wings are more without the ball type of guys. And then my center's a without the ball type of guy. So I kind of wanted Scoot Henderson to playmake, Clarkson be my ISO scorer, and then everyone else fit around where they fit around.
This is gonna be so funny, man.
What, you got a
No, it's player? Not bad. It's nothing about you. It's it's just funny when it gets to the power forward.
Okay.
All right. So you're saying you're going with
Clarkson.
I like that pick. Okay. Shooting, scoring,
bucket,
and then playmaking off of who'd you say, Stephon Castle?
Scoot Henderson. You got Stephon Castle.
Or you got Casey Wallace.
Mention. Yeah.
Casey Wallace. All right. So shooting guards. I low-key really wanted to go with Shaedon Sharpe because he's been really impressing me, and he's also really good off the bench. But after what I've been seeing with this dude, and this might be a little biased, I gotta go with Max Dallas Christie.
Hey, I
gotta go with Max Dallas Christie.
Is he coming off the bench there?
He was at the start. He's starting now, but
we'll let it fly.
Yeah, eventually, when the players come back, he's gonna be coming off.
Who's starting over him? Who am I missing? AD. PJ is out.
PJ, AD, and Daniel Gafford are going to be in that position because he plays a small forward.
Okay, got it. Interesting.
Because Kyrie and Klay Thompson are starting.
I like it. I like what you did there.
So right now I have Casey Wallace and Max Christie as my point guard and shooting guard.
Okay, I think at a certain point, bro, I think he's going to end up starting by the end of the year for sure, Max Christie. Maybe. But again, I'm cool with it being off your bench. I think if he keeps playing like this, he's got to start. You could bench PJ or someone like that and just have him play a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
And you could
to make it more flexible.
Yeah, you could monitor Max isn't playing good. Let's get PJ in there and see what he's gonna contribute. I think that helps for sure for that team.
But I don't know, with Dallas, man, that combination they had at the start of the game with PJ, AD, and Daniel Gafford. Oh man, nobody was scoring.
Dangerous.
Nobody.
I'm happy for Max Christie though. He's a dude that I didn't love. I think this was the first year where I was kind of more on him because I liked him as a defender. But I didn't think his offensive game would kind of turn out like this in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. At my small forward, this is a good one. Okay, I think this dude is very good. I have DeAndre Hunter as my small forward. Max Strus is the listed starter in Cleveland. DeAndre Hunter coming off the bench. I think he would fit perfectly around the dudes I have. 3-and-D, just stand in the corner, catch and shoot, move around a little bit. He has worked on his ISO game a little bit, which is good. He'll fit perfectly on my roster.
Okay, man, I like that pickup, bro. DeAndre Hunter has low-key been a sleeper, but also because he's been playing with the Hawks. If you know basketball, you know him, but
Virginia.
Oh yeah, Virginia. When he got picked up or when he got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, some people were going like, "Who's this?" Like if they didn't really know basketball, but other people were like, "No, that was what they needed." Like he's at less cost Cameron Johnson.
I thought they gave up a little too much for him,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, like he's definitely a worthy player to be on my bench. Do you think we're gonna have any players that are the same?
I feel like maybe
our center.
maybe the center.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know because this is low key. You got a different mindset than me, and I'm like, oh shoot, how is this gonna work out?
Okay.
All right, at small forward for me. Honestly, I was having a little trouble picking for a sec, and then remind me of who your small forward was again.
DeAndre Hunter.
DeAndre Hunter. So I was thinking about him, but then I saw that I thought he was starting, so it kind of threw me off a bit. But I low-key do like this player that I picked more than Hunter, only because I think he fits with this team, and I feel like it's what they need. I went with Benedict Mathurin.
Okay, I like it.
I only went with him because Casey Wallace and Max Christie, they're both really good 3-and-D players, even though Casey Wallace can create a little bit more. But with Benedict Mathurin, I feel like he's that scoring punch that they need that's just all scoring. Like, just go and get a bucket, and then if you get in trouble, pass to one of these guys.
Is he not starting?
He was in and out, but right now he's been off the bench. Like, the last couple games. I think the last 5 he's been off the bench.
I like him.
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
He is a good player, man, and his scoring and his even his just tenacity to score is like crazy.
Yeah, he's a dog. He definitely has a lot of off nights, but when he's on, like it's special to watch. For
That
sure.
Washington Wizards game, bro, he was the reason why they won.
Yeah, he's a killer, bro. He against the Warriors early in the season, I think he put up 35, 40, something like that. That game was fire to watch. He's cold, bro. It was like that game where him and Halliburton both had like 35. It was a very random game.
Dang, man.
Yeah, but he's a monster. My power forward coming off the bench, I have Jonathan Kuminga.
Oh.
The cum bucket as my
Kuminga.
backup for. I think he's like a starter anywhere else. Mm-hmm. You know, so I took advantage of his system where he's at, and I put him at the 4. No, I didn't have any honorable mentions for the wings. Like these are the 2 dudes I wanted, and they're the 2 dudes I ended up with.
All right, I see you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, my 2 honorable mentions, I had Nikola Jovic and Chris Boucher, only because Chris Boucher has been playing so good right now.
Okay.
And I really wanted to pick him up. But this guy,
Give him his flowers.
and this is why I was going to say this is funny. I had to go with Bobby Portis.
Yeah, I had him as an honorable mention for my center.
Oh,
but I love
man.
him.
I had to go with Bobby Portis because he can play the power forward or the center,
Yeah.
but I was like, man, I would love this energy with Benedict Mathurin, Max Christie, and Casey Wallace. Just out of nowhere, when one of these guys gets a steal or a block, he's just like, yeah,
He gonna slide him drugs,
Mama
boy.
made pizza rolls. Yeah, not no tramadol. Don't no tramadol. But hey, I love Bobby Portis, man.
I do too. I like that pick. I wanted to rock out with him. I wanted him as my backup center. I put him there because I was trying to fit him in somewhere. But like, if I put him in, I would either have to take out my 5, who I like, or I would have to take out Kuminga or Hunter. And I'm like, I think I would rather have those 2, at least for what I'm building, than Bobby Portis. Who's your 5? I want to see if we have the same 5. I feel like we do.
So
East or West?
West.
Are they in the playoffs?
I don't think so. Not right now.
Maybe we have a different guy then.
I think he's like in contention, if that makes sense, because it's been like loopy with the
standings.
Yeah.
Check if he's in the playoffs. Let's see.
All right.
Check the standings because
You really want to guess it, huh?
I think we have the same guy. I feel like this was a clear cut guy.
Okay. Right now, actually, yes. If we're going by standard playoffs, they are in the playoffs, but he's also in the play-in. Like this is.
I think we have the same guy. Tell me who it is.
Well, first, I want to highlight these
Honorable
mentions real
okay,
quick.
maybe you drop him in the honorable mentions.
All right. Shout out to Goga Batadze
Yeah.
and Daniel Gafford.
Yeah.
Those are the 2, only because Derek Lively, like, you know, he's supposed to be the one starting, so I had him there. But this guy, oh, man. He be toasting my Lakers. I got to go with Nas Reed.
I went with Nas Reed.
I got to go with Nas.
Ooh.
Oh, my bad. Figure.
You don't want to run it back. There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey,
the
what do you like about Nas Reed, man?
He could shoot. He could shoot the clip. He could dribble. He's like a big guard. A big jelly. I'm taking Nas Reed.
Bro, Nas Reed. I couldn't believe. I remember the first time watching this dude and him making threes. I was like, wow, he's tall, he's good. And I heard the magic word. He's 260 pounds. I was like, moving like that?
Yeah.
What? How tall is he? 7 foot. He's 260 pounds moving like that. And then I just see him like he's going in, getting buckets. I remember the one game we were supposed to beat the Timberwolves, and it was just supposed to be over like that. Brody made 13 points straight to bring him back into the game. 13 points straight.
He's got a motor, bro. And, like, him in college was different at LSU. My honorable mention, I actually had Capella as honorable mention.
I like that, though.
You know, I wanted to put him in there, but Nas Reed, I just feel like I got a guard, and I could run 5-out offense with Kuminga, with Hunter, Clarkson, Nas Reed. Like, I got a squad. Run down your bench one more time.
All right. At point guard, I have Kasem Wallace.
Yeah.
Shooting guard, I have Max Christie. Small forward, Benedict Mathurin. Power forward, Bobby Portis. And center, Nas Reed.
There you go. At my point guard, I got Scoot Henderson. Shooting guard, Jordan Clarkson. Small forward, DeAndre Hunter. Power forward, Jonathan Kuminga. And center, I have Nas Reed. I think I won. I think I'm 82-0.
I don't know, man. Mine's pretty flexible.
Mine's flexible, too.
And they got that defense and three-point shooting.
Yours is flexible and got D. That's crazy. No, I just like my squad better. I feel like I'm more cohesive with it.
Okay.
They fit a little better. Jason Tatum's gonna give me buckets as a starter.
I see you.
He's gonna work LeBron every time they touch it. No help defense for him. We're cooking. And in school, as my backup point, I'm surprised you didn't take Peyton Pritchard.
I just wasn't feeling like he's a really good scorer, but I feel like I don't really need like that massive score. I just need somebody who can play his role and like do his job, especially if he subs in for these guys up above.
Yeah.
And Kasem Wallace can do that.
Damn, I kind of wish I took Peyton Pritchard. Now that I think about it, I was thinking of them as a 5, but Peyton Pritchard subbing in for Shea or Ant and just like standing in the corner, that would be nice. That's what a Thunder fan dreams of. That's what Phil dreams of. Let us know who won. Comment it down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Phil, let them know what else they need to do.
Yes, sir. Make sure to add us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. I'm your man, Phil. This the boy Ant-Man from the MCU. We out, and let's bounce.
Bounce, baby, boom.